Hello, this is Mr. Buffington, and we are adding and subtracting integers today. So, strap in and for some fun, I guess, with adding and subtracting integers. Alright, today what we're going to do is add integers, subtract integers, and then practice the heck out of it because that's what we do. With adding integers, first of all, we need to know what an integer is. Integers are positive and negative whole numbers. So some examples would be 2. 2 is a positive number. Wonderful. 12 is a positive number. 14 is a positive number. These are examples of integers, the numbers that you've worked with since you were first learning numbers. There are also some negative numbers that are part of it. Negative 5, negative 4, negative 13. So positive and negative numbers make up the scale of what integers are. Integers do not include decimals and fractions, but they do include positive and negative whole numbers. So let's talk about adding integers. And to do that, I'm going to use this wonderful tool of a number line down here. So I have 8 plus negative 3. I can use the number line to show you exactly what that looks like. And here, let me show you. I can start with 8, where you go on the number line from 0 up to 8. Good, it's a positive number, so I'm going to mark it in green and make it moving towards the right. Now I also have a negative 3. So I start out with positive 8 and then I go negative 3. When you're adding integers, that's essentially what you're doing. Notice we end on positive 5. There are more positives than negatives, so my final answer is going to be positive. Let's take a look. What if I made a different question? Negative 3 plus 8. What if I change the order? Well, my arrows would look like this. I go negative 3 and then positive 8, and look, I still end up with positive 5 as an answer. And we know with addition, it's commutative, or in other words, you can add in any order. 2 plus 5 is the same thing as 5 plus 2. This is the case here as well. 8 plus negative 3 is the same as negative 3 plus 8. Now, when I change the signs, watch what happens. I have 3 plus negative 8. That's going to look like this on a number line. Positive 3, negative 8. Notice that changes things. Now we have negative 5 as our answer. So a couple of different things that we can learn from these three examples. Number one, the order of the numbers does not matter. We know that from our first two examples. The second thing that we can learn, which we're going to call number 3, is the final result, positive or negative, is based on the larger number. Look, in our first one, it was larger number was positive 8. The answer was positive. In our second one, the larger number 8 was again positive. In our third example, the larger number 8 was negative, and then the result became negative. And the second thing, when the signs are different, we actually subtract to get the entire number. All right? So 8 minus 3 is 5. In all cases, the signs are different. We're going to subtract. So let's try some adding without using the number line and see what we can come up with. So I have 15 plus negative 3. Think about what that means. I want you to try this one out. Pause the recording, try it out, and then come back and we'll talk about your answer. Did you pause the recording? I'm watching you. Go seriously, pause it and then come back. My goodness. Kids these days. All right, now we're back and we're going to talk about what the actual answer is. So remember, the order of the numbers doesn't matter, so I'm going to leave them in the order that they are. When I'm adding and the signs are different, I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to subtract the two numbers, 15 and 3. 15 minus 3 gives us 12. Now, to figure out whether my final answer is positive or negative, I look at the two numbers, 15 and negative 3. Which number itself is larger? 15 is a larger number, and the math term for that is that it's a larger absolute value. But 15 is bigger than 3, so there's more positives than there are negatives, so therefore my final answer is going to be positive. There it is. Let's do another one. Practicing our addition. I want you to pause the recording seriously this time and do the addition, and then once you have an answer, resume the recording and we'll talk about how to solve this one. All right, we had negative 11 plus 6. Because the signs are different, I'm going to subtract. So 11 minus 6 equals 5. I'm finding the difference between them. Now I have to figure out if it's going to be a positive 5 or a negative 5. Look at the numbers. There are 11 negatives and only 6 positives. There are more negatives than positives, so my final answer is going to be negative. Now let's talk about adding when you have the same sign. And I've got my number line back to try and show this. If I have the same sign and I have a number like, or a question like 8 plus 2, it would look like this. 8 plus 2 equals 10. Now again, simple question, the type that you've been doing since you were young. But it works the same way with negatives. And I want to show that to you. If I had negative 7 plus negative 2, it would look like this. Negative 7 plus negative 2 gives me negative 9. Notice with the same signs, I continue adding the numbers together. So, what can we learn from this? The way that you add numbers that have the same sign is that you just add the numbers and keep the sign. That's it. It's simple. Now, the challenge with this is that we sometimes mix it up with multiplying. When you multiply a negative times a negative, it gives you a positive. That is different for adding and subtracting. These are the rules for adding and subtracting, and I showed them to you on the number line, so it should be clear as mud moving forward. Here it is. If the signs are the same, add the numbers and keep the sign. Let's do a couple of practice. I want you to pause this video, try them out on your own, and come back when you have the answers and we'll talk about them. Spoiler alert, the answers are coming up. 14 plus 3 is 17. That one should not be too challenging. We ask ourselves, is it positive or negative? Well, it's a positive number plus a positive number. It's going to be a positive answer. Perfect. Our next example, negative 4 plus negative 9, let's add the numbers, 4 plus 9 is 13, and ask ourselves positive or negative. In step 2, we keep the sign. Therefore, our final answer is going to be negative 13. Now we're going to change gears completely and talk about subtracting. So we've talked about adding, now we're going to talk about subtracting. Let's pull out our number line and remember that subtracting is the same as adding, only it's the complete opposite. No problem. Okay. It's the same thing as adding a negative. Now let me show you how that looks on the number line. If I have 7 minus 3, it could look like this. 7 minus 3, which equals 4. Good. This is a number fact that we've done before, and we know that. We know that 7 minus 3 equals 4. Notice that this is the same thing as 7 plus negative 3. 7 plus negative 3 would look exactly the same on a number line and give you the exact same answer. So, just think about this. Subtracting is adding a negative, or adding the opposite of this number. So instead of subtracting 3, we're adding the opposite of 3. We're adding a negative 3. Let me show you. If I have negative 3 minus 1, that will look like this on my number line. Negative 3 minus 1 gives me negative 4. I can change that up to an addition question that looks like this. Negative 3 plus the opposite of 1. Or in other words, negative 3 plus negative 1. And again, the way we did this on the number line in our last questions for addition looks exactly the same. So really, we don't need to learn new rules for subtracting. We can just follow the rules that we have. Let's try another one. Remembering that subtracting is adding a negative, or in other words, adding the opposite. What happens when you get something like this? 7 minus negative 2. Well, let's start with 7 on our number line. And then we have to do minus negative 2, or the opposite of negative 2. And I don't really know how to draw this on a number line, so I just put it there. It's the opposite of negative 2, which is adding positive 2. So you're actually going to end up with the number positive 9. because it's the opposite of taking away negative 2. The easier way to remember this for all cases is whenever I see this minus negative, change it into a positive. It's going to make your life easier. All right, so let's quick review on the things that we learned from this. Subtracting is confusing. If you didn't know that before, now you know it. Subtracting is definitely confusing. Personally, I'd change the sign if I saw a double negative. So if I see this type of question, just like I said before, I would change the sign into 7 plus 2. For the rest of them, I generally leave them alone, especially this type. I would not convert all of these into adding negative numbers because we're used to subtracting. This one here is kind of a toss-up. It's like a 50-50. You can change it if it makes more sense to you. If you're comfortable subtracting, leave it the way it is. Okay, but definitely with this one, I would always change the signs. Okay? Change the signs when it makes your life easier. Change the signs when it makes sense for you. Otherwise, just leave them as they are and move forward with it. Okay? So, let's try this out. Subtracting practice. I want you to pause the video. I want you to try it out. 20 minus 4. 3, 2, 1, go! 20 minus 4 is 16. Not so bad. That type of questions, the type of subtraction we're used to. Let's move on to something that's a little bit more challenging. Negative 8 minus 7. Negative 8 minus 7. Think about what it means. Put it into some way that makes sense for you. Solve it and check out the answer in just a second. We're back. Negative 8, take away 7 more, gives us negative 15. You could have rewritten this as negative 8 plus negative 7, which would also give you 8 plus 7 is 15. Positive or negative? Well, it's negative. So it would also give you negative 15. All right? So there's a little bit of negatives for you. And now, just to make your life super extra confusing and make you hate me as a human being, oh my goodness, negative 11 minus negative 5. Ugh. All right, this is the one where I would definitely change the sign. I'm going to give you some time to think about it, try it out. Work through everything we've learned from the beginning of this lesson to the end and try it out. Go. Welcome back. Hopefully you tried that out. Hopefully you struggled but didn't hate me too much. Let's change the sign. Whenever I see a double negative, I change the sign. That's going to make your life easier. So I have negative 11 plus 5. Now it's an addition question and I have to remember the addition rules I did before. So when I'm adding numbers and the sign is different, I find the difference. 11 minus 5 equals 6. So the difference between that is 6. Then I ask myself, is my final answer going to be positive or negative? Which are there more of? There's 11 negatives and only 5 positives. My final answer is going to be negative. So let's ask ourselves what happened today. We talked about adding integers and all the rules for that. We talked about subtracting integers and all the rules for that. And hopefully we don't hate practice too much by the time we get to the end. I hope that lesson was helpful for you. Have a wonderful day.